Hey everybody, this is another video with a Beatles update, and it's not just going to be vinyl in this video, it's going to be some other goodies that I found recently. So there's something for everybody here in the next several minutes if you stay tuned. I'm going to start out with this item that I picked up yesterday. It's a book called The John Lennon Letters, and I really like that cover. And it's something that I'd seen for a while on the shelf, and I finally decided I was going to pick it up. I don't buy as many Beatle-related books as I used to because, well, first of all, you can't have everything. There's so many of them. You can't possibly have them all, but also that I don't really read that many of them, and, so on. But if you watched a video that I did recently, I did say that it's about the collecting, and what the heck. If I want to have an item, I'll collect it, whether I go to it very often or not. But this is interesting because it consists of a whole bunch of letters that John wrote, or correspondence, any kind of correspondence. I'm just going to open it up to give you a general idea. There's like some writing on a letter that John sent, and on any of these letters they basically reproduce in type what the letters say, so in case you can't read John's handwriting, you're able to still get an idea of what it is. I mean, there's so many here I don't even know what to show you. Any kind of correspondence that John sent somebody, that somebody kept over the years, and there's a lot in here. I mean, a lot. There's a really interesting one that I can't locate right now where John responded to an album that came out in 1977 live at the Star Club in Hamburg, Germany, 1962, and he was detailing how a lot of these tracks, track by tracks, were real and a lot of them were fakes, and he writes on the bottom, "This is an effing fake, this is BS," and all this kind of stuff. So he wrote that to the record companies, and there's a whole bunch of stuff here, Haven't had time to really peruse it thoroughly, but it's a good book, looks like. Something I'll go to once in a while. It's funny, in a similar vein with John here with his eyes closed, we have the new Rolling Stone issue with Paul. Paul with his eyes closed, looking a lot older than John did, but I picked this up. It's a good interview with Paul, and to tell you the truth, there's a picture in here that I actually like better than the cover that they used. I like this picture a lot better of Paul. I think they should have used this one as the Rolling Stone cover. In fact, I bought two copies. One of them I'm going to frame that inside picture. Okay, here's a story that, kind of like, I'm mad at myself about buying this, and I'll explain it to you. I was at my local flea market yesterday, and there was a guy there that was desperate for money. He had all kinds of stuff, and he had this. It was a Rolling Stone 1975 annual, which have Paul and Linda McCartney from 1975 on it. And it's a really nice picture, and it caught my eye, so I grabbed a hold of it to peruse it. And he goes, make me an offer on it. How much can you give me for it? And, I didn't know what to tell him, so I said, well, I don't really know. He said, I've seen it going on eBay for $30. And I said, I won't pay $30 for it. And he says to me, $10. Come on, you got to give me at least $10. He says, yeah, I need the money. I need the money. Hey, I felt like telling him I need the money too, But I felt really bad for this guy. And he goes, $7. Come on, you can at least give me $7. And as I was looking through it, I started to realize I didn't really want it because there wasn't really any Wings stuff in here. I mean, it's all other artists, which, I'm interested in other artists too, but I didn't want to necessarily have to shell out, $7 if it's not just, Wings. So, and on top of it, as I looked at it closer, I saw that there was a crease here, in the cover. It goes all the way down, and without damaging it any further, I mean, it bends, it's bent. So I really didn't want to buy this thing, but for some reason I got suckered in. I felt sorry for the guy, and I gave him $7. And I don't usually do things like that. I don't know why I got so easily, suckered in. I just felt like do the guy a favor. My good deed for the day. Recently I went shopping and I found this. It's a promotional single for Paul McCartney's Dance Tonight 2007 release that came from his Memory Almost Full album. There's the back shot there. And the actual record is this. I haven't played it yet, but, you know, it was cool and it wasn't expensive, so I said, hey, you know, let's add this interesting artifact to my Beatles collection. And I did, obviously. Okay, the last two items I'm going to show here are going to be Beatles items, and they're pretty good. They were both pretty cheap. I was surprised. And I think they're originals. They're two Mexican 45s, I think, from the 60s. I mean, here's one. It's in such rough condition, why it wasn't very expensive, and that's why I think it's an original 60s. This is from Mexico, and there's some pictures back there. Here's the record. So, the record needs to be cleaned up. I think it'll play okay if I clean it, but it's definitely grimy and dirty looking. And the songs that are on this are Hold Me Tight, Don't Bother Me, I Want to Be Your Man and Not a Second Time. I like that grouping of songs. That's cool. Looks like the White Album here, right? The other one I got is one that I think I have a 1970s reissue of this. This is another one that's kind of like in so-so shape, kind of like been through the mill. And you can see on the back some other covers of originals. This is from Mexico also, by the way. The record inside is very much like the one I just showed. It's the same kind of label. And it's in the same condition. It's kind of grimy and needs to be cleaned up. I don't see on either of these a lot of scratches or anything, so I'm thinking maybe they'll play okay. But the tracks on this one are Rock and Roll Music, Babies in Black, I Don't Want to Spoil the Party, and Mr. Moonlight. So, that's it. And there you have it for this collection. This installment of my Beatles updates. Probably be making some more videos today, so enjoy. Thanks for checking it out.